What's going on, guys? Brandon here with Clean Tintz. I'm going to show you how to set up a Vevor plotter from start to finish. So the first thing you want to do is get some black gorrila tape and some teflon tape, right? You're going to put the gorrila tape over the new cut strip, the original cut strip, as soon as you get the machine, right? Then you're going to put this teflon tape over top of where the blade is going to go, where your old cut strip was. And you're doing this so you don't have to replace that cut strip, because they're a pain in the butt to replace, and you almost never get it in there as good as it is with this. And the gorrila tape is just a base. It just covers that original cut strip up. And then this Teflon tape comes off super easy, super smooth. It's not going to leave a sticky mess. And that way you get a whole roll of cut strips, okay? So as soon as you get all that done, you're going to get you a 45-degree blade. And then you're going to take that blade and you just want to see just the very tip of it sticking out of the blade holder. I mean, the very tip. You want to just barely be able to see it, barely be able to feel it, like a grain of salt, they say. Okay? So in order to work this plotter, you got everything set up. This is your speed at how fast it's going to cut. This is your force, okay? In order to move this head, you're going to hit this offline button. You're going to press this arrow. That's going to move it side to side, these arrows, okay? Then if you want to move the film in or out, you're going to go like this, down, up, okay? So you got your blade. You think you got it where you want it. You're going to put it in here. You're going to lock it in place, okay? And another thing that I do or have done is I measure over 1 3/4 inches, right? And that's going to help me line my film up, because I'm going to put the film right here, and then on the back there I got a line too. So I'm going to put the edge of the film on those lines, and that's going to help me get the film feeding straight, because that's the most important part of a plotter. Okay, so we got 2 rollers here. This is going to be on one side of the film, this is going to be on the other side of the film. All the rest of them we push this way because we don't need them. Okay, and then on the back here, you're going to see these 2 golden screws? You want to tighten those all the way down on both of the rollers you're going to use, okay? So now we've got that. We have our line, we have our tape, we have our blade where we think we want it, okay? So now we're going to load some film up. Now, when you load this film up, you want to put it in here like this, with the film coming off the bottom like this, because you want the film side up on the plotter and the liner side down, okay? So we're going to load our film in. We're going to set it on the rollers. Okay, and these 2 rollers in the back, you want them as close as you can get them together. Alright, now we're going to take our film. We're going to stick it up through here. Like so. And we're going to slide it over. We're going to line the film up like this. And then like this. Put it on that line. We're going to hold the film tight. We're going to move this roller over to the edge. We're going to lock it down. Same thing with over here. We'll take our roller. See? We just want it just like that. Lock it down. Okay? Then after that, we need to make sure the film is feeding straight. So what we're going to do is feed some of the film out, and we're going to watch the side of this roller and see if this changes at all. Okay? And you see how that film is not changing in correlation to the edge of that roller? So now we know our film is perfectly straight, and we're ready to make a test cut. Okay? So in order to make a test cut, we want our film sitting about right there. Maybe just a little bit more than that. Okay? We have our film side up, our liner side touching the machine. So now we're going to move our blade over just inside this roller, because these rollers are going to leave marks on the film, so that you can't use that part of the film. That's why it's so important to get this roller as far over here as you can. Okay, we got our 45-degree blade, our line, our film, our tape. Now we're ready to make a cut. So once we get the head where we want it, then we're going to hit origin. Okay, now our blade, that's where it's going to start cutting from. Okay, we got a new blade in here. So we want to come down here and press the side button, but we want to hit the F minus. Okay, and we're going to go down to 60. Well, no, let's start at 50, okay? 50, our speed no higher than 300. I like mine around 290, 300. Okay, so now we're going to make our first test cut. And this is going to tell us whether we need to move the blade up or down. Okay, so now we have our plotter ready, and we're going to open a pattern. I prefer Club Cut from Tint Club. That's the software I like. It's very accurate, has a lot of different type of vehicles. This software has never let me down. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to draw a little test square, and we're going to make some test cuts and see what we get. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to make a test cut. We have our film lined up, feeding straight. We have our blade holder in. We have our origin point set. Okay. Now, it's best to start with your force around, say, 50, right? Because we want a force lower than 100, ideally. In some situations, you may have to go above 100, but we want to start below or around 50. And now we're going to make a test cut, and then we're going to check the film and see which direction we need to go with our test cut. Okay, so we just made the cut. Now we're going to come right here and try to grab the film, which I can't peel it, so we're going to go up on our force, and then we're going to make another cut. And we're just going to keep doing this until the film cuts. And we just want to cut the film, not the film and the liner. Okay, so still nothing. So now I'm going to go up. I'm going to go to 100. I've noticed that these Vevor plotters have to be above 100 to cut, or right at 100 to cut the film the way we want it to cut. Okay. And as you can see, that cut was perfect. And that's what we want. The liner is still there, and we were able to just rake the film off. Now, if I was to get to 150 on my force, and I'm still not cutting the film enough, what I want to do is back it back down to 50, and then I want to take my blade out and screw the blade out just a hair more, and then start over and do it all again until you get this. And that's why it's very important to have a smooth cutting surface. If your cut strip is all ate up, you'll never get an even cut. That's why the tape is very important as well. So that way you can replace your cut strip whenever you want. But yeah, I hope this helps, guys. If y'all need any help, just hit me up. Let me know. Peace. Hey guys, so I wanted to come back and show you one more thing. So I'm lining the film up on my lines that I've made on the front and back. Now, this is what you're going to do if the film does not go straight. See how it's walking this way just a little bit? Okay, so in order to fix that, you're going to leave this roller locked down, and you're going to lift this roller up, and you're going to either slide the film back just a little bit or pull it forward just a little bit. And you're going to keep doing that until you can get it straight like that. But these lines on the front and the back, 1 3/4 from the side really help you line the film up. So let's say I'm going to put this one off just a little bit so I can show you. See how the film is walking that way? Okay, so what I'm going to do is walk it back in all the way to the beginning. Okay, then I'm going to lift the roller up, and then I'm going to pull the film forward just a little bit. No, I need to go backwards in this case. So I'm going to move the film backwards just a little bit. Then I'm going to test it again. And you see how quick I can get the film going straight by just lifting. Most people would think, oh, I got to lift both of the rollers, and just lift one roller and slide the film forwards or backwards just a hair until you can get it perfectly straight in correlation with this roller. Because if you don't have the film straight, you're going to have problems with your cuts lining up and being right. It throws the whole pattern off. So this is the very most important part. Hope this helps, guys. I got two more things, guys. So I forgot to tell you. You can, once you get your origin point set and you're ready to make a test cut, you can hit this test button and it will cut a little test square. And if you're ever going to buy a plotter and you want to find out if it works, you can just plug it in. You don't have to have a computer, and put something in here for it to cut with a blade in it, and then just hit test and it'll cut just a little tiny test square out. That way you can find out if the plotter's working. And as far as software goes, this is the software that I prefer. It's called Club Cut from Tint Club. And I like this software because the patterns are accurate and it has a wide variety of different patterns. This software has never let me down when I really needed it. So I hope this helps, guys. Good luck. If you need help setting your plotter up, please message me on Facebook, Instagram, anywhere. Peace.